Welcome back to Parent Squad. As we wrap up May and Women's Health Month, a question for the moms out there. Are you taking the time to focus on you and your health? I know the answer to that. And one way to make sure that you are taking care of both your physical and mental health is exercise. So here to talk more about that is Lauren Williamson and Taylor Cook from Pure Barre. Ladies, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So Pure Barre locations are around the central Indiana area. You kind of just have to Google it and see which one is closer to you. You all are at the Zionsville one.
Zionsville, Carmel, and Westfield.
Okay,
Yeah.
They travel. And I love that you all are both here because you're both moms of three. So you know all too well just the hurdles that it can be just to get out of the house to go do something to take care of yourself. But at the same time, you got to do what you can.
Yes.
Yes, you got to do what you can. So how do you all prioritize your fitness journeys?
Yeah, I think just what you were saying, as moms, it's so easy to take care of other people first, right? And so I think the more that you can prioritize your own time for yourself, whether that's exercise or something else that you enjoy, getting outside, makes a huge difference in the rest of your day. For me, I found Pure Barre 14 years ago, and it's been such an integral part of my life since, through my young professional career to a cross-country move out in Denver. Really helped me find community out there, which was like an unexpected perk of it. And then coming back to Indiana, now I own the 3 locations in Carmel, Westfield, and Zionsville, and it's been a huge piece of my life to stay strong as a mom of 3 young girls.
3 little ones. And I'm sure you've seen it as well, that it's just a lot to take care of yourself. You really have to prioritize yourself. And everyone says self-care, self-care, self-care. But what does that mean?
Self-care, it really means for that time, just give yourself as a mom 10 to 15 minutes, right? So with that, it is making sure that we can be a part of that community, because motherhood can be really lonely and isolating. So we want to make sure that we're there for each other, whether, with the workout or, just taking that time for that mental load.
Yeah. And Taylor, you just had a baby, 2 months old, right?
Yes.
So first of all, I love that you're already working out, because, and everyone is different, because I feel like I couldn't really do a workout physically to probably about 9 months, just the way my body was set up physically. And maybe I started walking a bit sooner, I'm sure, but something like this, don't get me started on a pelvic floor. I felt like it was probably 9 months before I could move. So of course you're checking with your doctor, but what's your advice to a new mom?
Yeah, of course. Well, my biggest advice is actually get up and move, right? We're talking about exercise. It is so important. And like you mentioned, your pelvic floor and also your core area. Those are 2 very vital areas that you want to be focusing on. And like you said, sometimes you can't get up right away. You don't feel like you can, which is fine. But you want to make sure that you're starting right out of the hospital doing those breaths and everything to reconnect and rebuild that area.
And there are little things that you can do. And I love what you said about community, because I think it's so much harder to make friends. It's so much harder to make friends as a new mom, because now your priorities and your time has changed. You're not necessarily out at the happy hour or the bar meeting people. So it's like, it just completely changes, and exercise can be a way to get that social aspect in too, and also helping with your mental health, which I think is awesome. So let's get into it. Pure Barre, what is Pure Barre?
Yeah, it's a low impact, high intensity workout. Every class you work out head to toe, so you're going to get a full body workout. A lot of our classes use just really light equipment or your own body weight for resistance. So super easy to replicate at home. If you have weights or some light equipment at home too, that's great as well.
I love it.
Yeah.
So some exercises that you can do at home we're going to show you today, but think about trying to get to a Pure Barre class, because that could be really awesome too.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to come down onto our mat to get started here. So just come down to hands and knees. This is going to be your tabletop position. From here, we're just going to focus on our breath. So take a nice big inhale, feel your lungs open and expand. And then on your exhale, think about contracting your core. Feel everything kind of pull in tight there. It's a really great way to just focus on your breath, your core, pelvic floor, all of those good things, and center yourself for your workout. Once you feel like pelvic floor and core is in tight, you're going to reach your right arm and left leg long. Take an inhale here, and on your exhale, draw your knee towards your elbow. So it's just starting to warm up your core. Inhale to reach long, and exhale to pull in. Okay, let's do just one more here, and then we can switch it out, kind of even it out on the other side.
Yes.
Okay, then reset. Again, connect to your breath. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale, left arm and right leg long this time. And then we'll exhale to pull everything in tight.
This already feels
good. Yeah, good. Just kind of getting that gentle movement in to wake up your body, wake up your core. All right, last one here. Perfect. Okay, then you can set everything back down. We'll stay on the floor. We're gonna work into a plank and a push-up.
Okay.
So really great to continue engaging your core as well as your upper body.
I'm chuckling because I don't want people to see me do a push-up on TV.
You're great. So
my push-up, my business.
No, you're great. It's something definitely we have modifications that we'll talk through and different options too. So as you rebuild your strength, it's something to work up to.
Okay.
So full position would be up on your hands, your toes. From here, your core is pulled in.
Okay.
You have a nice flat lower back. So that's the full position. And then if you want to add the arms, you're going to do that full push-up. So you're bend and press from there. If you're working up to that.
Well, wait, I did it, so get it on camera. Do get it on camera when I'm doing it.
Woo! Okay. If you're working up to that, or if you're pregnant or postpartum, then I would recommend dropping to your knees, and you can do the same position from here. And then another variation that is great for your core strength is to come to your forearms. You can stay on your knees there, or press up to your toes as you rebuild that strength.
Yes.
Yeah. So I would suggest just holding those for 30 seconds. You're really going to turn your entire core on and get nice and warmed up.
I love it. I'm warm already.
Okay, perfect. We're going to come up to standing for our next exercise. Go ahead and grab your weight. So this is just a 10-pound weight. So if you have weights at home, that's great. You can also do this with absolutely no weights.
Okay. And if 10 pounds feels heavy to you, keep going.
Okay, so your feet will just be slightly wider than your hips, and toes are forward. And you're just gonna bring the weight to your chest. We're just going down to a squat, and then we'll press the weight overhead.
Okay.
So you have a squat, and then we'll press the weight overhead at the top. So I really like this for moms because it's a really functional movement.
Yes.
Think about how many times you pick up your kids. If you want to toss them overhead like that.
Yes. Although he was born at 9 pounds, so I didn't. This 10-pound weight. Start me at 15.
Perfect. Okay, maybe let's do one more here.
Okay.
Great. And again, 30 seconds here. You can always repeat that flow through as well. Okay, we can set the weight aside. And then we're gonna use a slider. Again, if you don't have this at home, if you just have a hardwood floor and you wanna have socks on or maybe a towel under your foot, that will kind of replicate this.
Yes, our socks all have grippies on the bottom, like your toddler. Yeah, our socks all have grippies on it, so consider that, being safe.
Perfect. Okay, so just put your right foot onto your slider and then take a step forward with your left foot. You're gonna be a hips distance apart with your feet.
Okay.
And we're just gonna do a lunge on this left leg. Your right leg will slide back. I like palms together here, kind of help with balance. So
we all need
we're just gonna take a nice, deep lunge back. And then you really drive into that front thigh, that front foot to lift up. So you should go to the top of that left thigh engaged. Your core balance is also at play here in this position.
Yes, it is.
And then you bring it back up to the top.
I'm now focused on my core.
Exactly.
Perfect,
I gotta get it together.
Great.
Okay. Can we do the other side?
Yeah, I was gonna say we can even it out on the other side.
I can't go home like this.
Lopsided.
Yeah, I can't go home like this.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so same thing. You're just gonna slide that left leg back.
I love how slow the move is, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Slow and controlled.
That time under tension here.
Controlled.
Yes, controlled.
We're working on the control part.
Perfect.
I love it. You're right. These are all things we could do at home.
Yeah, and working really head to toe. So yeah, mostly lower half here, but also engaging the core as we move.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
Again, though, the class is how you get to meet people, though, you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yes, classes are huge, I think, for that community piece, accountability, and just motivation in general.
Yeah.
All of our classes are really set to high energy music, too, so it keeps it fun and motivating throughout.
Okay, did we cover it? Did we do it?
So. We did. Got it. Thank you.
Listen, I could not do all of that like a year ago. My baby's 2. I could not do what we just did a year ago. So congrats to all the moms out there. Give yourself grace, give yourself time, and just get moving, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being here, ladies.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We put more info on Pure Barre at our link at WTHR.com/Parent Squad. Check us out there.